Hi everybody, this is Marsellus from Trace 5.
And I'm Gereon.
And we are now at the finals, the grand finals. And we just saw Jonas, aka Rabenz, win and sneak out a 7-point agenda victory with Argus against the Max of Tradon.
Yeah, and now we are Liza versus MT. And just to explain the ability shot quickly. Oh wow, celebrity gift. So MT can install ice when the runner doesn't want it or the runner doesn't expect it. Whenever the first time the runner, once per turn, when the runner approaches the server. So behind all other ice you can install another ice. And Liza's effect is when the first time there's a successful run, she takes a tag and draws 2 cards.
But only on a central server. And I have to admit,
yeah.
I'm totally in love with Liza.
Yes,
so I mean, we're now, what, 2 weeks behind German nationals? So this is 4 weeks.
Before.
This tournament is commentated 4 weeks after it took place.
Yes.
But 2 weeks ago, today, 2 weeks ago, German nationals took place, and I played Liza as the only one in the entire tournament, and it did fantastically well. And I'm so excited to see Liza play. And
and I have to say, you came in second place. You were the runner-up, and it was well deserved. It is. But this is an entirely different Liza deck, as far as I know. I watched this game live. I was in Ulm, and the tension was really palpable. And it's gonna be a wild ride. I'm
super psyched.
I can say that.
I haven't been there. I'm just seeing, a bold move by Liza, actually. So basically, like we saw a celebrity gift by Tradon, some ice, some, I think, what is it called, code replicator, and some other stuff. So Tradon has money, and he installed an ice. And now with MtI, he can install an ice in front of R&D. And we saw Liza just boldly saying, I'm doing a dirty laundry there, spending 2 credits. So if Tradon has some say vanilla, I haven't seen all the ice because I didn't pay attention when he showed the celebrity gift. Let's see what happens. Maybe there's something there, maybe there isn't. I mean, there could be fetch trees. Like, you maybe paid more attention to the ice that was shown in celebrity gift. We didn't.
I didn't.
I just saw a code replicator. Chiyashi.
Wow, first time Chiyashi.
Oh, it was archives. Oh! Wow, that was bold. Okay, there's diversion of funds, then you siphon. There was, what's it called?
Falsified credentials.
Falsified credentials. Interesting. But I mean, now there's a Chiyashi that doesn't do shit on archives.
And Patrick is broke.
And Patrick is broke, and like, wow.
I don't really get why he rested. I mean, of course, resing a Chiyashi is a good thing, but if you're broke afterwards...
And on archives?
I'm not
sure about that move.
Just to deny her the tags and the cards?
Which she will get anyway after this, because she just ran on HQ R&D.
Yeah.
She got the tag now. As
exactly.
You can see, like, I think that's the black die.
Yeah, the black die is used for counting Jonas's tags, yeah.
Interesting. Just to deny him 2 credits. That's, I don't know. I don't think that was smart. I mean,
me neither.
Patrick is a superb player.
He's a really good player, definitely.
So maybe he understands things I don't understand. That might very, very well be. So he just takes money now.
And he does what he needs to do. He just money's up.
I mean, maybe that's the thing. I mean, we just saw that the top card was a Cortex lock, so running now will just cost you your entire hand again.
But he couldn't rest the Cortex lock, right?
Cortex lock is just 2 to rest.
That's true, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we see Aumakur, so that's already cool. I mean, okay, in that case, maybe the archive Chiyashi was not that bad. Like, considering that, expecting that Liza will play Aumakur, now the Chiyashi will kind of prevent turtle tokens till Kingdom Come.
But at the time where he rested, the Aumakur wasn't even on the table, so...
Yeah, but like, perspectively, maybe that's exactly what Patrick knew. Maybe he knew he was playing Aumakur and said, look, Aumakua will come to the table at one point or the other. And so preventing it right from the beginning and dealing 4 net damage and preventing the credits from the so that might be at the end. I mean, you never know. Like MtI can be very long. I mean, and the runs. There's knee saves. There's code replicators. There's so much stuff. And admittedly, it was a tempo hit for both of them.
Absolutely.
But as long as now Tradon doesn't get flooded, it's fine. Okay, so he breaks it, and now...
the Rick.
Right, look, there's even more I don't understand. So obviously now, of course, Jiashi on HQ is super, super nice. That is now super nice. Okay, I take everything back now. I understand the whole concept of this game. Like I told you, I fluked myself to runner-up. I don't even know all the cards that are played here. I'm just... Alright. So a MtI trigger, so this might very well be the Cortex lock, which would deal 3 net damage. It is the Cortex lock. But maybe Liza says, seriously, I don't care. She's got a lot of cards, and she'll draw even more. Losing the thumb might hurt, though. I mean, I just know my deck, and it didn't play any recursion whatsoever. But especially the loss of the emergency shutdown was hurting a lot.
Yeah,
because otherwise, yes.
Jiashi would be a juicy target.
Yes, a very juicy target. But at least you've got an Aumakua token, so it's something. Alright, now free R&D access, that's great. And farming some Aumakua tokens. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I think that was the game plan. Say, okay, I'll eat the... I mean, Jonas had enough cards in hand to survive the damage from Cortex Lock, but hoping that it would not find emergency shutdown. That was a 50-50 chance, and a 50-50 chance to deny him all the credits is great. But yeah, what do we see there? So there's a code replicator. I think we saw this Mombad City Grid.
That makes sense, yeah.
But the other two I
didn't see any of the other cards, yeah.
Okay. Patrick just says, hey, the Jiashi Archive was okay, he could swap it away and it created 2 credits and 4 cards.
Yeah.
So I think I agree with him. I mean, considering kind of the way it turned out, actually, I think it was a good move.
It was
after all. I mean, right now he's at 8 credits again. Liza's at 4. Liza has just this weird 2 strength Aumakua. And what's also cool is that Patrick can just say purge, and then when Jonas wants to run R&D to collect tokens, he can just install a piece of ice and prevent all this stuff from happening. So, and also, of course, Jiashi is great against Aumakua because of the on-encounter ability, which I think if you break it, you trash top cards of your deck. And criminals right now don't have any recursion usually. So, what is that? Interesting. This is like really interesting.
Okay, remote setup and money.
Okay, that's Paragon. That's a great console. I mean, it's the new and weaker Desperado with a cool side effect, though, especially as Liza. And that is what? Is the Tycoon? No.
Bankroll?
Ah, Bankroll. Nice. So, what does that card do, Gereon? I don't know it by heart.
I was just guessing. If it's in fact Bankroll... yes, it is. Whenever there's a successful run, you place 1 credit on Bankroll, and you can trash it at instant speed to take all credits from Bankroll.
Okay,
so
interesting.
It makes Paragon runs even more economically viable.
Yeah, okay. And Patrick used MtI to install a DNA tracker, so he's broke again, but then again, now all his servers are protected with at least, I mean, Archives is just a Cortex lock, which however still gives 3 net damage. He also got 3 net damage from the DNA tracker.
So Jonas really seems to be completely unfazed by damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, they're just debating whether Aumakua gets a token from accessing the empty server, and the answer is of course yes. Because you access all cards in the server, 0 is all, so you get a token.
Okay, those are the nitpicky things I would not know. But it's great to have a judge like you here.
Aumakua cares about the access step happening. And if it's accessing 0 cards, it still happens.
And I also believe that a bankroll still gives you money, right?
Because because that's a successful run.
Okay, in that case, that's pretty nice. I mean, gaining Aumakua tokens in the future, getting bankroll tokens. I mean, yeah, at one point, just purging might be annoying.
Absolutely. The trick, I think, as a Aumakua player is to never let the corp have the time to purge.
Yeah. Put the pressure so he runs on archives. Now he can break the Cortex lock.
Exactly.
And there's so many triggers happening. So Paragon gives him a credit. He looks at the top card. He draws 2. He gets a tag from Liza. This is a successful run, so he gets a bankroll token. He also gets a Aumakua token, or a virus token Aumakua, which he didn't do yet. Oh boy, that's a lot of action.
Yeah, hey, now you remember the Aumakua. And Patrick acting a little unfazed. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free run with a Liza trigger.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, I like it. And I mean, he's just one Archives run away from being able to do some shenanigans on R&D again.
That's true. Yeah, he needs strength 6. And if he's got that, strength 8 is not really far away to break the Chiashi.
Even though you might want to reconsider that because of the on-encounter ability.
Yeah,
but still. I mean, just in theory. Like, for a quality legwork, of course, do it.
Yeah.
Who needs cards anyway? I mean...
But Patrick just purged, so this is off the table for now.
Okay, so the way to go would be install 2 bankrolls.
And hammer
and
the
archives. Or remote, yeah, of course.
Well, because the question is, does Patrick want to spend any more money on this empty remote? Yeah.
Let's see, we find out. I mean, I think it was just credit and sure gamble.
Credit, sure gamble, run, yeah.
He's just counting all the triggers that happen, and he is really intrigued to either res it or use MtI to put something, but he doesn't. So many triggers. But Patrick is poor as well. I mean,
yeah, that's really the problem. He spent basically all of his money that he gains by clicking for credit. I mean, he played 2 celebrity gifts, but otherwise he only clicked for credits, and he spent it all on ice that doesn't do too much for him, right?
I mean, at least he doesn't bleed random accesses right now.
That is true. That is true.
So at least, like, this is prevented right now, and I guess it's fine. I mean, its ice worth at least, I think, 24 or something. I mean, that is substantial.
Quite a lot of money.
And in the future, like every time, like there's hardly any HQ accesses happening probably for the rest of the game, unless there's some cool way to turn off Chiyashi, either with emergency shutdown or with whatever other weird tricks.
Inside jobs.
They have inside jobs, sure. But we've got another payroll, so that's already great. So as soon as
only increases the pressure.
Only increases the pressure. And as soon as there might be 2 other programs, Archives is open again, and suddenly that stuff really begins to turn brutal. So it's interesting. I mean, Patrick, despite having defended himself very well, has not been able to kind of apply any kind of real pressure
on Jonas. That's true.
Exactly. There's 0 points scored so far. And without this pressure, he gives Jonas time to set up. And like back when I started in 2013, we always learned, hey, as a corp, you have to pressurize the runner. You have to like, force him into errors and force him into kind of plays that are dubious.
And make expensive
And right now,
runs.
this is not happening at all. And usually in the long-term game, the runner is better.
Absolutely. The runner's advantage is inevitable the longer the game goes.
Yeah. Rogue trading.
Trading. More tags, more money.
More tags, more money, and most likely a click and a credit from Patrick to trash it. But that's a tempo hit. I mean, he can do click and trash, credit, but that just brings him into the same situation as before, credit-wise.
Exactly, and also he's probably trying to set this remote app as a scoring server, and by now we have to assume that he has at least one agenda in hand. Okay, but he goes for the rogue trading trash.
Yeah.
Is he really agenda starved?
I mean, we didn't see any.
We didn't see anything, yeah.
But he might have just drawn them.
Sure.
Okay, now there's something there. That might be a code replicator that we saw before. It might be a Batty. It might be a Rashida for all it, like...
Could be anything, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, he's only on 8 credits though. Oh, inside job.
Inside job HQ, yeah.
HQ. Oh, most I know what's happening. I'm pretty sure he drew into emergency shutdown.
That's possible, yeah.
And then he can really pressurize HQ a lot. Or in the turn after R&D, I mean, now he gets his Liza triggers back. It's so interesting how like a single access can bring Liza back into the game. Kind of just because of all the triggers that are happening. I mean, we get now 2 rogue trading. We get Aumakua, or an agenda, which is already great. We get the Paragon. We get a draw. Nice. It was so fun to play Liza just because kind of you always find one vector of attack and just push it to the limit. And yeah, there's a lot of decisions for Patrick. What does he do?
Yeah.
Does he
right now he's thinking about firing his MT trigger, installing a third ice after the thimble rig.
Oh.
Okay. Moving the symbol rig, and obviously he wants to install something new. So now Patrick has a chance. Jonas has a chance to check out.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about it.
I'm just getting my food here, so if you hear some noises at the side, it's just so that I don't starve.
Oh, another DNA tracker.
But it doesn't end the run.
It doesn't.
I mean, and he's got the money. What was that? Oh, Paragon is easy. Okay. I mean, those were... Sorry for the noise. Those are cards you can lose. Alright. And now that... Oh, so many triggers. That is nice. And also right now the remote is totally unsafe.
True.
And now if you see an access. And that's just another thimble rig. Alright, that doesn't really help him any way forward.
But it gets him an Amakua token at least.
It's something. Absolutely. But now I think you have to run the remote, right? I mean, you will 100% get in. Yeah. There is no MtI trigger left. You will either get an Amakua token. Yeah, he does it. Perfect. And you will get the tokens for what's that virus called again?
Amakua.
No.
What do you mean?
The ones that collect for money.
Bankrolls.
Bankrolls, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Oh, it's the upgrade. What was it? Code replicator.
Or is it? No, it's the Navi Mumbai City Grid.
Sorry, I was too quick to judge.
Oh, he decides not to trash it after all? Oh no, then he decides to trash it? So, is he now playing emergency shutdown? No, draw.
And just drawing. And Patrick is celebrating himself.
Celebrating himself for being broke. I mean, yeah, he's got some pretty nicely short up servers right now. If he manages to money up, he has some pretty good defenses up right now. But like you said, none of them so far have end the run on them, except for the thimble rigs, of course. But these are easily breakable.
Tycoon.
No, that's Tycoon.
Yeah, Magnat. Yeah,
Magnat is the German translation. Yeah,
exactly. I was, but yeah, I mean the cool thing is now it's just one net damage from the Cortex lock remaining. Oh, nice, nice.
Okay, so just to invalidate the Cortex lock.
Of course. Yeah, like I said,
nice
valid play. Valid play. It's not unique.
Absolutely nice.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, he just sells it. Yeah, that's a great move. I love it.
That's how you play Cortex locks.
Oh man. So many credits. Oh boy.
And Jonas is having lots of fun with this, all his triggers.
Why did he take credit though? I didn't get that one. He should have just run again. He should have just run again and get 2 credits from
two credits on
for
the
bankrolls
and Amakua tokens. Yeah.
And Amakua tokens, absolutely. Anyway, I mean, right now he's interestingly set up. But okay, install advanced. Okay, that's an NGO though. That is an NGO. Like kind of, there's no other way. I mean, whatever it is, he doesn't have any money to score it. So, if it's not an NGO, what should he do then? So
I mean, it could be a Nice A, and he could, next turn he could go...
Credit, oh, that would be a nice bluff. I like that one. That would be a really nice bluff.
So, Patrick is installing more ice on archives. Why? just to deny Jonas's tokens.
Yeah, because he's got the NGO.
Yeah. 8. What is that? Anansi. And Jonas was prepared. He has enough cards in hand. He's not breaking, so he's suffering 4 net damage.
Okay, and this weird, you look at the top 5 cards and stuff happens.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if there's just one legworks going through, there must be agendas in HQ. I mean, still,
did you hear that?
I mean,
sorry, did you hear that? Jonas was just saying, Anansi has no stopping power. This is amazing.
That's so nice. Yeah. I love the way Jonas plays. Seriously, he's just so YOLO. I don't give a damn.
Exactly.
I just run. I'm doing what this game is called. It's running, Netrunner, and try to stop me if you want to.
And
seriously,
I must say,
so
this
great.
is the most damage careless criminal runner I've seen in a long time. This is. Really,
what have
really
you seen? I think he ate 2 DNA trackers. He ate a Nanzi. He ate a Chiyashi. That's like
half a stack.
15 or something. I mean, that's the cool thing. Liza has 50 cards, so that's playing out fine. But still, it's nuts. But awesome. It's really, really awesome. And he draws the cards back. Oh, inside job is sad.
That is too bad.
Okay. And all the stuff that's happening. It's so cool. I mean, it's super interesting, like, because the Corp, of course, has spent like, what, 30, 40 credits to raise ice.
Yeah.
But he's poor. Now, either he stays poor or Jonas gets all the money from the road trading. He has a lot of money banked on the bankrolls.
Yeah, I mean, there's 8 credit on one, 4 on the other.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I were Patrick, he needs to purge. Seriously, like right now, there's no way there's a successful run. Unless, again, Jonas eats a lot of damage. And once those, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 credits are gone from the bankrolls? No. I think that was a better. I think he should have just purged. Because it takes Jonas so much effort to rebuild the bankrolls. And in this moment, everything's safe. He's got a Chiyashi on the remote.
But the bankroll money doesn't go away when he purges.
Oh, it's not a virus?
No, it's credits.
Oh, I thought it's a virus.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. Please ignore my last 3 sentences or so. Like I said, I'm totally out of the meta. Okay, I thought it was actual, like, kind of virus tokens that you can purge.
Oh, it's not Gorman drip. It's real money.
That's where the confusion comes from. Gorman drip. Oh, that's a 2014 card, right? Like Noise actually used to play that one just because it's a cheap one-cost virus.
Exactly.
But still, I mean, Patrick has got 0 money.
And he must be agenda flooded by now. There's bound to be at least 2 or even 3 agendas in hand.
Exactly.
Okay, that wasn't Rashida after all.
So some credits. But still too few to prevent him from getting in. I mean, they can still be. Oh, that cries NGO, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what to do now?
What's
really cool? I mean, one interaction I didn't know before the German nationals was that spearfishing actually kind of bypasses 2 eyes against MtI if they use the MtI trigger.
Yeah, because it's the innermost, right?
And it's the innermost twice, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that would be really nice now against that server, because if it's an NGO, yeah, the Chiyashi doesn't do anything. There might be something nasty there, but okay. He's just playing rogue trading, moneying up, and preventing Patrick or denying money. I think that's what I like about rogue trading as well. I mean, it's not only that you get kind of 6 credits for 3 clicks, which is not great, but you also kind of lose the corp some tempo.
Absolutely.
And that's nice.
So it's the same with GPI Net. Is it GPI Net tab?
Mm-hmm.
That has the trashability for the corp. Is also, you always think, do I have to do this now? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my money? Okay, it was an NGO, like you said.
Yeah, everything else would have been super awkward.
Yeah.
Or a cool bluff, like I said, bluffing.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I also... What is it now? 9 credits? It's not too much. It's not too much.
And he takes 1 more credit. Trashes a rogue.
Alright, now...
Yeah, okay.
13 is a lot better now.
That looks much better.
But still... It's interesting because I think it's kind of hard to determine who's kind of in the better position. I mean, Patrick is all the ice rest, but most likely he's flooded in HQ, and like being flooded in HQ means that you lose options. Like there's less you can do. You can play less operations, you can play less traps. You just have all those agendas that are sitting there, accumulating there, and you're just waiting for the legwork to happen. Okay. Okay, so like lots of money's coming in. I hope for a femme fatale. We saw one before, maybe he plays multiple of those. Eater!
Okay.
I haven't seen that card in a while.
I mean, there was Apocalypse Liza around. And obviously that deck plays Eater.
Mm.
And interestingly, I mean, I don't know if we can hear this later, but the audience around the table has turned absolutely silent now.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick must be at least afraid of Apocalypse right now.
I mean, this is a sign. Like, yeah, you hear nothing. It's so cool. Because you can cut the tension.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Code replicator.
That does not help against. That doesn't help against Apocalypse.
At all.
No.
So is this now the Apocalypse turn?
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but but the question is, does he have enough money? Does he have enough money? I mean,
he has 24 credits, including the ones on the bankroll. And
yeah, that should be enough.
And he gains more when he actually runs. So at least two more for the first run. Okay.
And I think he has to right now. The value you get from that is so big. But I mean, he has to have. I mean, number one, he has to have it in his hand. Number two, he has to. Okay, this is interesting. So kind of spending money to keep money. Yeah. Hot pursuit. So you played pay 2, make a runner HQ. If successful, gain 9 credits. I love that card. Because there's... Okay, of course, if you couple it with Ether, there's no accesses you keep. No accesses you get, but you still get the money. You get the HQ turn, the Omakua tokens, obviously, because you...
Yeah,
oh, no, do you get Omakua tokens?
Liza trigger. No, because no access.
Yeah, there's no access, right?
It's an access replacement effect.
Okay. Good to have a judge here. I've already said that.
So, is he going to rest the
It's
ice?
so silent. That's so cool. The only noise you hear is the shuffling of the
Shuffling
cards.
of the cards.
Listen to this, guys. Entire silence.
Yeah, you can say that again, Patrick.
I mean, he sees it coming, kind of. You know, I mean, he's a super good player.
He must be. He's an experienced player. He must know what's coming. Okay, no res. Thimble rig for 1. 2 credits, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that does make a change if there's an apocalypse incoming. But anyway. I love the silence. It's so weird. I mean, like, I think this is the most silent record we've ever made. Apart from... I mean, you can nearly hear the heartbeat.
Nationals finals. This is also always very, very quiet.
Yeah. I mean, this is a regional. It's also really big, but still. Yeah. So he does take our core tokens? Okay, so apparently it's fine, but... so Patrick says it's fine, it's fine. He's so nervous, apparently. Because it's incoming. Oh boy.
Hot Pursuit doesn't have the replacement effect, and Ether says access is no more than 0 cards.
Okay.
That's
I think I thought...
Okay. I was wrong.
But on the tournament, you were right, and that's the only thing that counts.
Hopefully I won't make that miscall when it counts.
He should have gotten the tokens.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I mean, a snare would be now funny. He doesn't want to use his ability, which makes sense, because if the apocalypse is incoming, it makes no sense to burn an ice. And the steel. And Denise.
There it is.
That one and the apocalypse. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh god. Can you hear that from the audience?
Yeah.
Wow. And Jonas, best 3 credits of my life. I love it. I love you, Jonas.
That was a nice best 3 credits of it. But yeah, that was value. That was a value apocalypse. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, at least, the thing is, even if there's enough ice left, what ice is left? There were 2 DNA trackers. There was an Anansi. There was a Chiyashi.
And it was worth like 50 or even 60 credits. That's amazing.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, man. And there is most likely agendas in HQ.
Yeah, there have to be.
What is that card? Yeah, exactly asking what Jonas is asking.
What's it called? I want to say casting call, but it's not that.
You can shuffle back agendas in, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's showed 2 agendas and can now shuffle them back in. I think it's kind of a weird Jackson. Ah, good times. It's so weird how now we've just come to accept it, but back then, that was a real apocalypse. I don't know why he looks at the archives. Because, I mean, there's... Like, criminals don't play in recursion.
Yeah. The card was attitude adjustment.
Oh, I mean, we've fallen silent as well. Because that was super rough.
This is such a turn of the tables. I mean, like you said, before it was really hard to see who has the advantage. But now it is clear that it is on Jonas's side. Especially when he was stealing an agenda during the apocalypse runs.
Yeah. And I mean, in the very moment he installed the Eater, you knew, okay, something is wrong here.
That's not a criminal breaker.
No, and like, kind of, what does it do? Okay. But I mean, Patrick has money, 15 credits.
Yeah, he can res...
Oh, equivocation. Oh boy.
That is nice. And then
that is brutal. That is really brutal. But I mean, the one thing is you don't want Patrick to draw ice now because of MtI. But that is war.
True.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it just ends the run. Well, it's fine. It's 2 credits. It's great. I mean, he might now... I mean, now he can check archives. Maybe there was an agenda they had from the apocalypse in the remote.
It's possible,
yeah. He does. He does run archives. And now he gets the Liza trigger. But there's nothing. There was a Rashida and 2 code replicators.
And code replicators.
And she takes a credit. The thing is, Patrick does not have a lot of ice left in his deck.
No.
And if there's one way Jonas can get into R&D repeatedly now, because, I mean, he's at 17 credits. And maybe there's another FUM that costs him just 2 to bypass it.
Yeah, he just needs some breaker that is not Eater.
Yeah. I mean, what have we seen? We have seen, I think, 8 ice being apocalypsed. So including these 2, that's 10 ice. How much does it play? 17, 16?
No, I don't think it's that much. More like 15 or so,
but
I would say.
That would still be 2/3 of all ice gone. And he needs remotes to score.
Yeah.
So what happens now is that either he protects the centrals, or he protects the remote. But like in the long term... Oh, and there's the FUM.
Oh, yeah, there's the FUM. On IP block.
Yeah. It's still so silent. Still so silent. Yeah. Okay, so that was an R&D run. Okay, but that's another ice that's not on a remote. And that's great. I mean, that's another ice that is not on a remote.
And it also costs him a lot of money. I mean, Patrick is spending all of his money on just on raising ice.
And now there's just so many things. I mean, there's still draws. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. That is looking very much in the favor of Liza here. I mean, it's still 0-0, and the game is like super old.
No,
so it's
It's 2-0.
Right. I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's off the...
Jonas stole one of the Nisei's.
Yeah. And I mean, still, there must be so many agendas in our HQ right now. I guess 2, maybe even 3. I mean, there's not a lot of cards left in R&D right now. There's not a lot of ice left.
He's more than halfway through his deck. Maybe 2/3.
Yeah, far more. Far more. Okay, just normal Archives access. God, oh, he discarded hedge funds. I mean, how much more of a tell can you give, right?
Yeah, HQ must be full.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one of those tag things.
And now just making money, just getting the tokens. Yeah. Oh boy. Waiting for the final legwork to take place. Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit.
Okay, so what is this? I mean, she will just keep him out right now, but then again, Patrick is super poor, and as long as it doesn't kill him...
What he needs is something that has end the run with at least strength 4.
Yeah.
And that is not a sentry, of course.
Yeah, but Thumb is super terrible against high strength sentries, but still. Okay, that doesn't do a lot of things. Yeah. At least now he cannot rest Chiyashi anymore, so that might be bad for R&D runs. Okay, 4-0, there's a Phallotic, so 3 points away. And he can just hammer HQ now. He can just hammer HQ now. I mean, it's 0 strength, and I think it's Amakua tokens, but in any case, he gets accesses, he gets Liza triggers, he gets everything. And I mean, he discarded hedge funds. So, how desperate do we have to be?
It must be all of the GFIs and SSLs on his hand.
Yeah.
And he draws even more.
Yeah, because there's nothing to do.
Yeah, what can you do?
I mean, there's no protective upgrades anymore. Thimblerig doesn't do a thing. And now there's an ice on a remote. So yeah, it's just hammer HQ. Hammer HQ. That must be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just a normal access.
Yeah, he's...
He doesn't need to do the triggers. There's a GFI. Don't forget your Liza trigger. You get a tag and 2 cards.
6 points.
Yeah, here's the Liza.
Tedious, yeah. You brought this upon yourself, Jonas. Don't complain.
Okay.
What is that?
So he just eats the damage. Yeah, he can take the damage, definitely. Oh, even though the Thumb is the one card that you would want to keep, but... Okay, there was a Mumbai grid. Yeah, come on. Run HQ. I mean, that's where it's at, obviously.
It's HQ or R&D because of the equivocation.
Yeah.
He now can break the IP block.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
He gets a tag from Amakua, but that doesn't make a difference. Okay, and he sees 2 cards. He only needs to break 1 because he doesn't care about the trace 1, so it's even super cheap. Oh boy, and Patrick knows it's over. I mean...
Another IP block doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's 1 to break.
Draw it. Ah, and it's
nothing.
One more click left. Run R&D again.
I guess. Huh? Just for the lols. Imagine shut down on film building. Nice.
So
oh.
Warte, ich glaube, die kosten alle 2, also... Ja, aber jetzt kannst du keine Position weg. Das ist schon das beste Eis.
Just to disable the thimble game.
Yeah.
Oh god, Jonas is so
nice.
Cool. I love this game.
That is super, yeah. I mean, he had a point. I mean, they all cost 2 to raise, but that one has a kind of an ability outside of the ice itself.
Yeah, and an ability that might hurt Jonas.
Yeah, it just at least annoys it, right? Because if you have the Cortex lock there, it's just annoying. I mean, it probably won't matter. I mean, it's 6-0. How in the world should Patrick get the points now?
No, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have the 3-pointer anymore, like the 3-2, like the Floating Entanglement anymore. It's stolen. Install advance, and he doesn't have money.
Is that an NGO?
And it might be, but there's 2 NGOs already gone.
True.
And the agenda doesn't do anything. The Mumbai City grid, whatever it's called.
No.
Oh, Mars for Martians.
Oh, Mars for Martians. Endless money.
Oh, yeah. That is rough.
Come on, show it.
Okay, it was
was an NGO.
Great.
Yeah, because that's two new cards.
It's so cheap. It's so rough. It's so punishing. And it's over.
Oh.
But yeah, that was like after the apocalypse. Wow. Like I think it was so interesting. Like just as you said, in the moment the Eater got put in on the board, everyone kind of got the connection because everyone knew those old decks and said, oh boy, and now what? Interesting. But yeah, Patrick just says he hasn't drawn any agendas, but
I mean, at the beginning of the game, definitely he was agenda starved. Yeah. That was the, and
agenda starved is being shit. I mean, we know you need to put pressure, but still,
absolutely.
I mean, congratulations to Jonas. That was an amazing game. Well done.
Yes,
and you made people stop breathing. That is like quite literally.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
What an amazing game. I looked forward to this because I watched it live and I wanted to commentate on this because it was such a good one.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. That was a long game, I think around 50 minutes or something.
Almost,
so thanks for staying with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying with us.
And this concludes our series from the Ulm Regional. I believe next up are German Nationals.
Whoop whoop.
And yeah, and I hope to see you then. And until then, as always, hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Shit on me.